Hey everyone, how are you doing? You are watching Sound Advice with El Estepari Siberiano, and today I'm going to introduce you to one of the hardest independence challenges that I have ever faced. This exercise was proposed to me by a very famous Latin jazz drummer. His name is Joel Paez, and it goes as it follows. Let's go with it. That would be the challenge. It is very complicated and most of you may not realize what's going on. The idea behind it is very simple. You got two groups of 4 strokes, right, left. Two groups of 3 strokes, right, left. Two groups of 2 strokes, right, left. And finally, 2 groups of single strokes, right and left. That would be what's going on your hands. The right foot, as you have seen, is doing nothing. This is an exercise of independence and it's meant to challenge your left foot independence, not the right one, so we are leaving it out. On our left foot, we are going to be playing a 3-2 rumba clave. So the most important thing in order to start the exercise would be to get familiar with the rumba clave. Rumba clave goes like this. 1, 2, 3, The first thing I need you to do would be to memorize that pattern. And actually, if you got a notebook, just write it down because it is very useful and it's one of the fundamental claves that we are going to be using on Latin jazz music. Once you got that clave written down, you will realize that the next challenge would be to play the different groupings on top of that clave. That's what makes the exercise challenging. So in order to play the whole thing, we need to stop and look at the different parts that the exercise has. Let's start with the basic one. Single strokes between right hand and left hand. Let's go with it. 1, 2, 3. That would be the basic step, being able to play single strokes, right, left, on top of the 3-2 rumba clave. As you have seen, it's a little bit tricky, but there's nothing to it really. It's just a matter of practicing it. It may take you 5 minutes, 5 hours, or 5 days, but this is the easiest stage of this whole challenge. Now let's go with the second part, which is obviously groups of 2. In there, we are going to find out double strokes between our right hand and of course our left hand. Right, left, right, left. As you have seen, I am using different surfaces in order for you to understand the different groupings. For me, the floor tom and the snare drum work. If you want more definition on the sound, you can use the rims of the floor tom and the snare drum, but you could use whatever. Let's go with the stage number 2. Let's start with the clave. Okay, as you have seen, stage number 2 is a little bit more challenging. Not much, really. It's still going to be pretty intuitive, but now things are going to get very hard. Now we are going to move to the groups of 3. And that's actually the grouping that makes this whole exercise a complete mess. It's going to create an uneven number of notes, and that will cause naturally that the whole group of singles, doubles, triples, and 4 strokes is going to be uneven, and it's going to take a while to fall on the one again, and that's why this is a challenging exercise. So on this specific stage, you are supposed to spend a lot of time. And by a lot of time, I really mean it. This could take weeks. But we are here to have fun, so let's see how that would sound. Now, if you have done the exercise correctly, you should be able to play the clave 3 times before it falls on the 1 again. We are going to get a grouping of 6 notes, 3 rights, 3 lefts, and that's going to make this uneven, so it will take a while to fall on the 1. It is natural, it is a little bit confusing in the beginning, but I would really recommend to start very slow and keep building things with a lot of patience. And once you got that down, you will be able to move to stage number 4, which is obviously groups of 4 notes. Let's see how that would sound. And now, once you have all of that, you will be able to start practicing the whole thing. If you start without going through all the different stages, you will be totally lost. Now, if you practice this way, you still are going to be totally lost. Yeah, it's going to be probably a tough one, but you will be ready. Even the best drummer on planet Earth is going to face a serious challenge playing an exercise like this one. So let's start with the whole thing at a very slow tempo. Let's see how that would sound. 1, 2, 3, et. Now, as you have seen, I have played the whole exercise twice, okay? And once you got it, you can play it on a loop. It is a little bit challenging, but that's actually why we are here. So if you got that down, now you will be able to play it a little bit faster. Let's see how this exercise should sound at a proper tempo. Let's go with it. 1, 2, 3, et. Now, if I had to guess the average time that it would take the, I don't know, medium, intermediate drummer to play this, I would say 1 month, because that's exactly what it took me. Once I learned it, a lot of things that used to be very hard in the beginning became something very, very simple. And that's maybe because of comparing how hard things are. Now, this is actually hard. Again, this is a challenge, and it is here in order to encourage you to be able to play the whole exercise, the whole routine, post it, and tag me, and of course use the hashtag SoundAdviceChallenge in order for me to watch those videos, give you feedback, give you some advice, and of course repost my favorite ones. So that being said, I really wish you the best of luck with this exercise because it really drove me crazy. But for me, it was a game changer, and I'm looking forward for it to be the same for you. So thank you so much for spending your time with me. I am El Estepario Siberiano, and this was Sound Advice. Stay safe and take care. Cheers, guys. I appreciate it. See you soon.